Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Comet. It's the Tier 7 British medium tank. It's located on the north spawn of Ghost Town Encounter, and this one's under the command of SlyMeerkat. Alongside him is Omen Enraged in the King Tiger Captured, and this is one of the battles on his way to getting the third mark of excellence. Game on. Well, the Comet's armed with a 17-pounder, the 76.2mm caliber. It's capable of punching out a round that will do 140 alpha, penetrating 148mm of armour with standard ammo, but with the premium ammo it will go through 208mm, and the fire rate is pretty good because it'll fire once every 3.74 seconds by the book. But you can see that Sly's managed to get it down to 3.06, and that's very fast. Almost similar, you might say, to the time of an E25. First shot goes into a Super Hellcat, and a second one as well. Now, what makes the Comet so incredible is its gun depression. It's 12 degrees. And, well, you have to go to the Swedish heavy tanks if you want a similar gun depression in the game, or maybe even the Stura Mill or the Dickomax, because they've got 15 degrees of gun depression. But it's incredible gun depression for a medium tank. It means that this thing can outflank and use ridge lines to its to good effect. So it's very difficult to get a shot on one of these tanks, especially when the front of the tank, the mantlet, is very well armoured. So in fact it's almost one big mantlet all the way across the front of the tank. In fact, the designers of the Comet, who actually started work on it during the war and finally started building them in September 1944 to late 45, actually took some of the design cues from the Cromwell. Specifically, they took on board some of the comments made by the tankers who came back from the desert, saying we need angled fronts to deflect shells. It is basically a Comet, a Cromwell upgrade, I should say. They spotted an SU-152 off-loading the distance, puts one round down range, and a second one. I'm not sure if that second one hit the target, but first one looked like it did. And we've lost a Progetto. At the moment he's playing it very cool. He's not pushing it. Of course, if you do push it too hard you might actually come a cropper. But he's trying to keep his average damage high so that he can get that third mark of excellence. And that is difficult, because some days you don't get much help. And oh, look at that, an ELC Evan 90 was incredibly close to us, but he never spotted us. He spotted his team, his opposite number, and now he's moving. And he's spotted all the time. Okay, well, we've got one round in. Remember, that guy's got 3-shot autoloader. He's fired one into us. And, oh, look at that. He's been taken out in the end by our Scorpion. And that was the Tier 8 Scorpion, because this is a Tier 8 game. So we did take one round, lost 227 hit points to a 90mm, but we're still in the game. Oh, Arty! Yep, you hear that rumble in the distance, you know something's headed this way. So he made the smart decision to actually change position, go elsewhere. Now, the armour on top of the tank is not that great. It's actually fairly thin, so Arty can actually take these ones out. But obviously they've got to pin them down, and oh mama, that's something we didn't want to see. There's a Progetto just around the corner. He's very low on hit points. And a kill on the Super Hellcat that he fired at earlier in the game. Yeah, that Progetto is very close, and that means that there's possibility of proximity spot if we got too close, within 50 meters. But we decided against doing that. I think it was one of our teammates in the center of those bushes who actually spotted him. But we're leaving this position for the moment, because if we did try to go after that Progetto, we would stand the possibility of being attacked by an SU-152 or one of the other enemy tanks that's around. scores are even at the moment, so it's still anyone's game. The enemy has two Arty. They've got a GW Panther and an M12. We've got two Arty, same configuration. I think he's decided he's going to go around the other side of the map and see what he can do around there. There doesn't appear to be many enemy spotted in that area of the map. They're mostly down in the south at the moment. Oh, we just lost our King Tiger captured. Omen enraged. He didn't get any kills before he died, so brothers in arms out the question. But oh no, he pulled back just before he saw T-44. Did we get spotted? No, we didn't. And he gets one hit. Go for it again. Yes, gets the second one hit. That T-44 was moving as if he was actually taking shots at someone. Well, the enemy's lost their SU-152 down in the south, but we just lost our Super Hellcat. And now we're 3 tanks down on the enemy. So it's going to make it doubly hard, but it's up to Sly now to try and pull something out of the fire. He's decided to go into town. Not my first choice, but then he has to, because technically speaking the enemy is in the cap area now, and okay. Oh, ran into the wall, but that's acceptable. Oh, lovely one. 2 shots to kill the T-2580 and he's gone. Nice, that was a good kill. Okay, and the enemy RT tries to have a go at us, so we know where he is. He's definitely over up on the hill. Okay, now do we really want to go into the cap? Not really. It does give us give the enemy our position, but he's decided to cut across it. Now you can sometimes use that as a dummy to try and fool the enemy into thinking that's where you've gone when you actually haven't gone that way. Oh no! Progetto on very low hit points has managed to kill one of our Arty, the GW. It looks like he's going to try and go after the M12 now. Oh, it's bad news. So, there's another enemy, the Indian Panzer, 90mm gun. Gets one in. Go for it. It's a high roll. Second one in, high roll. Third one in, high roll. Oh, he's really tearing this guy to shreds. Low roll at last. Another low roll. That guy, he must be blind. Is that Stevie Wonder in that one? I'm sorry, but you know, we're over here. Yeah, can you hear us? Can you feel us? Oh, missed that one. There you go. Honestly, some people, you wonder if there's somewhere around there must be a guide dog leading their tank, because they drive around as if they couldn't care less. You wonder if they are bots. Occasionally they might be. Okay, we know there's enemy RT in this direction, up the hill. There's only 3 enemies left. We know one's in the north. Unfortunately, we lost the M12. So he's gone. But there's only 2 down this end. And one of them's the GW Panther. The other one is the Chi-Ri, because it was the Progetto who's up north. So, okay, we know who we're up against and what we're up against. The Chi-Ri's a bit of a problem, because of course he is an autoloader, or can be an autoloader. The GW, well, 15 centimeter. He's capable of doing about 600 alpha. He could penetrate a Comet. I'm not sure what Sly's trying to do here at the moment. It's almost like he's trying to protect the cap area. It's almost like he's trying to invite that Progetto to come down here and get in the cap. He was testing to see if his sixth sense was going off. The Chibi's gone up onto the hill overlooking the cap area from where he is. He can actually look in. So if somebody does go to the cap, hopefully he might be able to spot whoever it is. Oh, now that's interesting. The Chibi spotted the enemy Chibi, and he is fully healthy, but he's in a little dip at the moment. We can't spot him, but we could move to a position where we can get some shots on him. I think he's decided to do that. Good. Okay. Go round the buildings. Oh, no. That's it. Obviously changed his mind again. Come on, Sly. Make your mind up. Has he popped up? Yes, he's popped up. Oh, we're both going into him now. And he bounced one round off us. Now he's going to suffer, because these high velocity rounds, the 17-pounder rounds, will just tear him to shreds. And he did get 2 shots into us, but that's not a problem, because remember, the Progetto's got virtually no health left, and it's only the GW Panther who's actually got any health, and he's obviously moved away from the spawn point. As far as we know, he's somewhere on the west side of the map. At least we know that the M12 was up on the hill, and he's not there now. The Chibi's there. Sly could go hunting the Progetto, but the problem is, if the Progetto's on the ball, he could actually strip away most of Sly's hit points very, very quickly. You'd only need 2 shots on target with average rolls, and yes, he would actually manage to take us down to a 1-shot. Going into the cap is a bit of a risk. He's using that as a bit of armor. We know where the Progetto is now, and that's a big mistake for the Progetto, because he is a 1-shot. He is vulnerable. They have got the Arty, but basically the best way to do this is a pincer movement. You both come in from one direction, one different direction, and he has to take the shell from somebody, and that means the end of his game. And the kill goes to the Chiri, and there's the GW, and this is the end game. Go for it. Nicely done. Well done, Sly. Even though it was an Arty, I'll forgive you. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for SlyMeerkat in the Comet. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He did get 4 exactly, as well as a fire for effect for doing more damage to the hit points of his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, and he got a tanker sniper as well for getting the highest damage at a distance of 300 meters or more. And his win rate from that one was very high indeed, because he got 11,242, and I think he also got a damage record as well during that game. He didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the T-44, got a high caliber and defender for 3,349 hit points. Sly managed to get 3,267, and the third highest damage in the game turned out to be that Progetto right at the end, 2,756. He did his best under the circumstances, but I'm afraid, yeah, when you get caught like that and they know where you are, it's just a simple flanking maneuver. One comes around one side, one goes the other, and then bang, somebody's going to get you. It was just one or the other. But yeah, I mean, under those circumstances, the only thing you can do is turn into a TD. Go TD mode, try and shoot the enemy from a distance so it doesn't worry you about your hit points, but he didn't do that, so that's why he lost. When it came to kills, it's Sly. Yep, he shares the top spot with the Chiri, who's still alive at the end of the game, because he got 4 kills, and so did Sly. And when it came to the next highest scorer, that was the GW Panther on the enemy team, who got 3 kills, so he must have been very good. Sneaky Leaf. When it came to base XP, yep, that's Sly. He's got that one as well. 1,555 base experience points. It shows that how well he was playing the Comet. It's a high score. 1,175 went to the Chiri, and those are the only 2 players to get over 1,000. The next highest being the Chrysler GF, who only managed 844. 35 shots fired, 31 direct hits on the enemy, and 26 penetrations. 17-pounder gun, it's very good. 3,267 hit points of damage, of which 1,835 are at more than 300 meters. 4 hits received, 3 penetrations, 1 non-penetration. I think the non-penetration actually hit the tracks. He was side on to the Chi-Ri when it hit them. But the armor on the Comet is not that strong. So don't try and rely on the armor, especially if you're turned side on to the enemy. Because you will take damage, and unfortunately one of those shots actually was from a 90mm from the ELC. There was nothing much he could do about that. He was going to take a hit, but the ELC was going to take worse, because of course the fire rate from a Comet is very, very fast. 1 hit received by way of splash damage as well. Yes, the M12 managed to get a round in that splashed him, but didn't do a huge amount. 130 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 destroyed, 898 hit points of damage assistance, and he got 1 defense points when he reset the cap on the T25AT. 53,051 credits on a premium account, and after repair, ammunition, respawn, consumables, and remember, yes, he did use premium ammo to give the extra effect. He ended up with 68,094 credits loss, but he was working his way up to a 3rd mark, and if you want to make the damage consistent, you have to be able to rely on getting those shots into target, and that's why people use premium ammo when they're working on a 3rd mark. And then once they're at their 3rd mark, they don't need to use it anymore, and they can go back to using standard ammo and make a decent profit. 2,332 XP for the game, no multipliers, and that's all the experience points he took away. So a pretty good game on the way to getting his 3rd mark. This shows the consistency that Sly was getting out of that Comet. He is now working on the E25. He wants the 3rd mark, the E25. He's well underway. I think he's got 1 mark up already, and he's well on the way to getting his 2nd and 3rd mark. And of course, that should provide us with some more interesting replays. We've already put 1 up on the E25 from him, and I expect we'll get more to come. But anyway, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And just to let you know as well that we've made our, is it 4th donation? I think it's our 4th donation to the Red Cross Ukraine appeal. Any money we generate from you watching our videos on What Arty Noobs goes straight to helping the people in Ukraine. And so thank you so much for watching our videos. I know I'm not the best presenter. I'm absolutely crap, actually. I've seen some of my competitors, and I know they're way better than I am. But then we're a little channel because we actually try and make videos which can be watched by the ordinary guy. You're not going to find the massive super unicums on here. You're going to see people just having a great day, or you're going to see some great people who do follow us and do send in replays on a regular basis, and we follow them. And so there should be something for you to enjoy. But best of all, you will find Arty on our channel because, yes, we were founded out of a group that supports Arty, that helps people play Arty. And so if you want to learn how to play Arty, yeah, we're the people to follow. So thanks very much for watching.